Sarah Kim runs a boutique residential practice in Denver. Last March, she had 3 open houses in a single weekend: Friday evening, Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning. By Saturday, she had not posted to Instagram for the Friday event until noon, hours after the peak morning scroll window, and the engagement was predictably flat. The Sunday event she prepped the night before for the first time. Checklist ready, 3 posts scheduled for 7 a.m., all generated with a single ChatGPT prompt in about 9 minutes. The Sunday event had more sign-ins than Friday and Saturday combined, and she is not entirely sure how much of that was the social reach versus other factors. But she has not prepped an open house the morning of since then. That is the workflow in this video. In this video, I will generate a complete open house prep checklist and 3 ready-to-post social media captions for any property in under 10 minutes. Property address in, full package out. Checklist for the day of setup: 1 Instagram caption, 1 Facebook caption, 1 LinkedIn post targeted at buyer agents. All of it from a single ChatGPT session. Here is how. Quick disclaimer: this is an educational demo, not professional advice. Property data on screen is fictional. Before using any AI-generated social media content, review it for accuracy, fair housing compliance, and your brokerage's social media policy. Property descriptions in posts can trigger misleading advertising rules. In Australia, that is the ACL. In the UK, the ASA. Always verify AI content reflects only what the property actually offers. Some links in the description are affiliate. Full disclosure. Now, let us build the package. Open house days are chaotic. You are managing the property, communicating with the sellers, coordinating with your team, preparing sign-in sheets, arranging the staging walkthrough, and somewhere in there you are supposed to post to Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn before 9 a.m. so you catch the morning scroll. Most agents either post something generic: open house today, 2 to 4 p.m., come on by, or they skip social entirely because they ran out of time. Neither is good. I missed the morning post window on 3 consecutive open houses last month because I was dealing with a seller call. By the time I posted, the event was 6 hours away and engagement was dead. The fix is doing the social prep the night before, not the morning of. And the fix for the prep time is a single prompt that generates everything in one pass. The key insight here is that open house prep has 2 completely different kinds of work: strategic decisions and execution. The strategic decisions: what features to highlight, which audience to write for, what call to action to use. You only need to make once, when you take the listing. The execution work, actually writing the posts, building the checklist, is mechanical and repeatable. The prompt in this video separates those 2 types of work, so you make the strategic decisions once at listing intake, and the execution happens in 9 minutes the night before the open house. Let me show you. The input for this workflow is minimal: property address, key specs, 2 or 3 standout features, the open house date and time, and your call to action. I keep this in my properties sheet, so I am copying a row, not typing from memory. Here is the sample property I will use for this demo: 789 Birch Lane, Sampleville, for bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 1,900 square feet, detached garage, updated primary suite, walking distance to downtown. That last feature I will need to rephrase, actually, because walking distance can be subjective and some associations flag it. I will use 1 mile from downtown instead, which is a fact, not a claim. Open ChatGPT, new conversation. The prompt has 3 output sections. 1. The day of checklist, setup, staging, signage, supplies, what to have ready at arrival. 2. The social captions, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, each with a different hook and a different audience focus. 3. A suggested hashtag set. Why ask for all 3 outputs in a single prompt rather than 3 separate prompts? Because the model maintains context about the property across all 3 outputs. The Instagram caption, the LinkedIn caption, and the checklist all reference the same specific property features: the backyard, the garage, the kitchen, with consistent facts throughout. If you run 3 separate prompts, you get 3 outputs that may contradict each other or emphasize different features inconsistently. The single prompt approach also means the platform differences are built into the prompt logic rather than requiring you to remember to change tone between sessions. I tell it. Instagram is hook plus features plus soft call to action. Facebook is conversational with date and time. LinkedIn is for agents, not buyers. The tone shifts happen automatically. I will type the full prompt so you can see every instruction I include. I hit send. Let us look at output 1 first, the prep checklist. Day before tasks: confirm staging walkthrough, prepare sign-in sheets, print floor plan, Schedule posts for the morning. Day of morning. Arrive 1 hour early. Open all windows. Check lighting in each room. Set up directional signs. Arrange refreshments. This is genuinely useful. It is not a generic list. It is calibrated to the property features. It included a note to highlight the backyard for buyers who want outdoor space, and to have the garage door open on arrival so it reads well from the street. That level of specificity came from the input I gave it. Now let us look at output 2, the 3 captions. Instagram first. The hook is the property address and the key metric. 4 beds, 1 mile from downtown, open Saturday. Then a feature walkthrough. Then a soft call to action. Under 150 words. This is ready to post as is or with minor personalization. Facebook, shorter, more conversational, includes the date and time prominently for the event feed. LinkedIn, the tone shift is noticeable. It is written for agents, mentions co-op opportunity, and scheduling private tours for clients. That is the right audience for LinkedIn in this space. By the way, the LinkedIn angle came from a conversation in the comments of last Tuesday's video, where someone asked why their LinkedIn posts for listings got no traction. The answer is you are writing for home buyers, not the actual LinkedIn audience, which is mostly other professionals and agents. The Instagram caption is solid. The Facebook one is fine. The LinkedIn caption I want to adjust. It used the phrase luxurious primary suite, and I do not have evidence to support luxurious. That is an unverifiable superlative. I will ask ChatGPT to revise it with factual language only. Now I copy all 3 captions and the hashtag set into my social scheduling tool. I use Buffer, but any scheduler works. Let me paste the Instagram one first. I will quickly type the title, and you will see me catch myself. I was going to show a Canva template step here, adding the property photo and overlaying the open house date on a branded graphic. I decided not to, because the Canva UI changes frequently and half the things I would show you would look different in your account next month. What I do, I keep a Canva template with my brand colors and a placeholder image slot. I drag the property photo in, type the date and time, download as PNG, and attach it to the posts. Takes 3 minutes. I will link the template structure in the description so you can build your own. But I did not want to walk you through a tool that might look different in your version. One more note on scheduling. The captions are ready the night before, but I do not schedule them for midnight. I schedule Instagram and Facebook for 7 a.m. That is before most buyers start their morning and early enough to appear in feeds before the event is close. LinkedIn goes out at 8 a.m. on weekdays. If the open house is on Saturday, the LinkedIn post goes out Friday at 8 a.m., 1 day ahead, targeting agents with buyer clients who need a weekend showing option. Before this workflow, morning of prep writing, rushed captions, generic checklist from memory, scrambling to remember what you forgot to print. 90 minutes minimum if you are doing it properly. After, the night before the open house, 9 minutes and 31 seconds with this prompt. I timed it on the recording you just watched, schedule the posts, print the checklist, done. Everything is ready before you go to sleep. Day of, you are not scrambling. You are executing a plan you already made. The social posts go out at 7 a.m. while you are driving to the property, not at noon when the open house is already 3 hours away. And the checklist is printed and specific to this property, not reconstructed from memory at the site. That is the full value exchange. 9.5 minutes of focused prep the night before versus 90 minutes of scattered prep the morning of, plus the missed social window that you cannot recover. In the description, the full prompt ready to copy, the property input template, and the Canva template structure. The PDF of 10 prompts every real estate agent should have saved includes this open house prep prompt. That is also linked in the description, free. Adapt the prompt to your market and your brand voice. The captions I generated will not sound exactly like you until you give it a couple of your own posts as style reference, the same way we did in the Claude email template video last Tuesday. Subscribe for 3 workflows per week. Next Tuesday, lead qualification. How I figure out if a new lead is hot, warm, or cold in under 2 minutes using a single AI prompt. See you then.